Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd give you a little update on the Suburban and what I've been doing on it this weekend. Made some pretty good progress. I'm pretty excited. Kind of been working on this all week. So, this is the ultimate plan for the camper, or for the Suburban. I gave it away, I guess. It's a camper. Actually, we're building it into a full-time camper. It's actually now just a 2-seat Suburban. There's no seats in the middle row or back row. They were actually pretty destroyed when I bought the truck, so it wasn't really a great loss. So, yeah, we've still got there's still some big plans for the Suburban and for the camper build out and such. But, it's getting to the point where we could go camping in it. It's if you looked at this right now as a hard-sided tent, I mean, we could go camping. So, figured I'd show you a little bit of my handiwork. So this was what I was working on this weekend. I built a platform. Cut it 3/4 of an inch too short on this side. The other side's okay. But you can see this platform goes all the way to the back. And this is a self-inflating air mattress that I had from when I had a rooftop tent on my pickup truck. And it's made by Lost Horizon, but boy, I tell you what, this is the most comfortable air mattress I've ever slept on. So you open up this valve and it literally just sucks air in. And then if you want to fold it up, put it away, you turn the valve on the inside from inflating to deflating, and then you can just fold the mattress over and just lay on it and push on it, and it pushes all the air out. It's kind of like those beds that you see on TV, the memory foam mattress beds. This has got the memory foam on the inside of the bed, so it takes a while for it to inflate. It's actually got a bag that you can attach to the inlet there, and you just kind of, on one end you whip the bag open full of air, you fill it with air, you push it in there, and then you can lay on that bag and it forces the air in. That helps to air it up pretty quickly. But I don't plan on taking this mattress out. I may have to do some more work, but for right now we're just going to leave it in place. We might try to sneak in a fall camp in the next few weekends. Next weekend we have our grandson's birthday, so we can't do it next weekend, but maybe the weekend after that we'll go for a 1 or 2 night camp. So should be a lot of fun. We're making progress. That's the exciting thing. Again, this is still my daily driver vehicle, so if it's wide open, I can carry some stuff, and that's kind of cool. So this is a actual refrigerator, and it's a freezer, and it's dual zone, so you can make this all freezer and make this all freezer, so it's all frozen. You can do this freezer, this refrigerator, you could do this refrigerator, this freezer, it doesn't matter. It's dual zone, and battery powered, 12 volt, but you can also run it on 24 volt. So it's not too bad on the power consumption. It worked pretty good on the rooftop tent. We were able to keep it for quite a while, keep it running. This was a setup that I had. I built this into a box so that it was portable and transportable, and I kind of tried to keep it somewhat waterproof, water resistant, let's say. But On this side, you had, this is a USB port, and then you had a 12-volt port, and then it told you what your voltage was, and then it has an on-off switch. So this on-off switch creates power to the entire box. And these cables are mounted, they run in from the bottom, into the bottom of the case there. And then you have some waterproof outlet plugs here. So you can plug, like I could plug the fridge in here and everything runs through this box. Now what's on the inside of the box is kind of the gem. So again, let's see if I can get this right side up. These are switches for individual items. So if you had, one would be the fridge, and you turn this one on and it sends the power back here, okay? And so I had room for 4 more that I could put 4 more of those plugs across the bottom on the outside. So let's say you had a diesel heater, you could have that on one. Let's say you had a what else? You could do like outside lights, anything that you need power for could run through here. And then it's all fused. Everything is fused, okay? And then I have my power inverter. So, and I don't actually remember how many watts this one is. I have to look. It's a Harbor Freight one. And I think I got a little bit higher, maybe a 2,000 watt. I'll have to take a look. But this also gives you 110, obviously, converts it to 110. So all of this was hooked up together. So what I'm going to be doing is kind of the same system. Now that I'm thinking about it, I may just leave it mounted on that board. We'll see how that works out for space wise. But what we've got is we've got space on this side under the bed, and I've got one 95 amp hour AGM battery right now. I'm looking at getting a second one so I can have, like 190 amp hours of battery or so. But then in this cubby area underneath the bed, this is where I plan on mounting everything for the electrical. I may eventually, we might be putting like walls up. So there would be a wall that comes up here, goes clear up to the ceiling. And then there's like cutouts for cubbies, so you can store clothes and that kind of stuff in here. And if I did that, I may bring that wall all the way across here. And then I could put all my electrical up here where it's easily serviced. So that's a thought, and it's something that I might do down the line. But I think within the next couple of weeks, I could have all my electrical hooked up here. And what I'm going to do is, mainly what I need is I need the refrigerator to have power. But back here where we're sleeping, we'd also like to have some USB ports so we can plug in our phones. We could have some USB lighting back here so it's not dependent on the truck, so we don't run the truck batteries down. So, there's plans for the future, and there's things that we might do over the course of time. Another one of those things is on this side in the back. I've got about that much height, so about 2 feet of height, and I've got a 17-inch Blackstone griddle, and then I've got my Coleman cook stove, and we want to have a sink. And so we would have 3 drawers that would kind of be nesting drawers. They would be nested inside of each other. So you'd pull the first drawer out and it would come out about this far, and we could do the, like, have the black stone on the first drawer, and then the second drawer down would come and pull out even further. That would be the griddle. And then the third drawer would pull out even further, and that would be the sink. And so you'd access everything this way, and you cook here, and you could cook here, and then you could wash up here. And then I think on the top, what I'm going to do, I was thinking about building in cupboards, which again, down the line I might do that, but for this year I think I'm just going to build a little wooden box that fits right in this area, on top of the drawers and on top of the refrigerator, that just lifts out. And that would house like pots and pans and dishes and utensils and spices and oils and dish towels and all that good stuff. So I think that would be kind of a cool way of doing it. I built a chuck box quite a few years ago now, but it was pretty handy. And with that one, of course, it had its own integrated legs and everything. And if any of you were ever a Boy Scout, you know what a chuck box is. But if you weren't a Boy Scout, look on YouTube and check out chuck boxes, and they're pretty handy. They're pretty clever design. And I built one, and so I kind of have that same idea to build this box up top that would be able to pull out. We could probably use the top for like a cutting board, and then the inside would be segregated out, so it would have our dishes and our pots and pans and everything all segregated in a place for everything. So yeah, kind of giving you a little more of a preview of what we're doing with the truck and the direction we're heading with it. So it should be a lot of fun. We'll see how far along we get, and maybe we can get a camp in yet this spring or this fall, and we'll take you along on the ride. So if I do anything else to it, I'll make another video and post it on up. Thanks.